confused, disappointed, shook. That's how I'm feeling right now. Kawhi Leonard, who everybody thought was either going to sign with the Lakers or the Raptors, chose the Los Angeles Clippers. Paul George, who was supposed to spend the next 2 years playing alongside Russell Westbrook, demanded a trade and also get sent to the Clippers. I'm pretty sure by now that everybody knows what happened. Well, if you don't, let me tell you. On July 5th, the Los Angeles Clippers signed Kawhi Leonard to a 4-year, $142 million max contract, and they also acquired Paul George by trading Danilo Gallinari Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 4 unprotected first-round picks, 1 protected first-round pick, and 2 pick swaps to the Oklahoma City Thunder. Those 2 moves were definitely unexpected, but it also brought back balance to the NBA. How good are the Clippers going to be? What is going to be the Oklahoma City Thunder's next move? Is Russell Westbrook going to be traded? Those questions need to be answered, and let me break it down.
I don't even know where you're sitting at.
I guess I'm going to start with the Los Angeles Clippers, who is probably the biggest winner of the 2019 free agency. When Chris Paul demanded a trade 2 years ago, the Clippers were seen as a cursed franchise that can never succeed. They can never pass the second round, their best player Chris Paul and second best player Blake Griffin cannot stay healthy in the playoffs, and they will forever be seen as the Los Angeles Lakers' little brother. But everything changed when they hired Jerry West as their new consultant. The first thing that the Clippers did was move Chris Paul. Guess what they get in return? Lou Williams, Patrick Beverley, and Montrezl Harrell. In his first season as a Clipper, Lou Williams averaged 22.6 points, 2.5 rebounds, and 5.3 assists and won his second Sixth Man of the Year award. This season, Lou Williams averaged 20.3 rebounds and 5 assists and won another Sixth Man of the Year award. Lou Williams is a capable shooter, shot creator, scorer, and him and Montrezl Harrell are one of the best duos in the league right now. Patrick Beverley is a Los Angeles Clippers starting point guard in the 2018-2019 season, and his defense and three-point shooting also gives the Clippers some help. The second thing that the Clippers did was remove Blake Griffin's massive contract. On January 13th, the Clippers traded Blake Griffin and some other pieces to the Pistons for Tobias Harris, Avery Bradley, and Boban Marjanovic. After Tobias Harris turning down the 4-year $18 million contract that he was provided with last summer, the Clippers traded him to the 76ers for Landry Shamet, a 76er protected 2020 first rounder and an unprotected 2021 Miami Heat first round pick. The Clippers also got a 2023 protected first round pick in the 4-team Jimmy Butler trade. And guess what? The 2021 Miami Heat first-round pick and 2023 protected first-round pick were used as assets to acquire Paul George. The Clippers are championship contenders now. They have Kawhi, they have PG, Lou Williams, Patrick Beverley, and Montrezl Harrell are all under contracts. And don't forget that Landry Shamet can also offer some firepower. 2020 is going to be a special year for the Clippers and Jerry West, the man that played a very important role in turning the franchise around, will be remembered as one of, if not the greatest executive of all time.
If y'all didn't quite get it, let me say it again, I'm here to stay. I'm here to stay.
Paul George, PG-13. Oh man, oh man, oh man. I never expect Paul George to be traded, and this is one of the reasons why I think the NBA is changed. Paul George signed a 4-year max contract with the OKC Thunder last summer, and he still has 2 years left on his contract. How can a player that still has 2 years left on his contract get recruited? Are free agents allowed to recruit players that are still under contract? When you sign a player to a 4-year or 5-year contract, you expect him to be a part of your organization for a long time. But what happened on July 5th can probably change that. Paul George and Russell Westbrook are close friends, and he chose to stay in OKC because of Russell Westbrook. In 2019, Paul George had a breakout season, and Russell Westbrook, who is an extremely ball-dominant point guard, was willing to let PG take over and have full control. In Oklahoma, Paul George was loved, respected, and he can do whatever he wants to do on the court. But as soon as Paul George received a phone call from Kawhi Leonard, he forgot about all the stuff he said a year ago and asked Sam Presti to trade him. Does Paul George's decision piss me off? Not really. To be honest, if I'm Paul George, I probably would have done the same thing. I'm just disappointed and a bit confused. I just want to ask a few questions. Why the fuck is Kawhi Leonard allowed to recruit Paul George, who is still under contract? Why? Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant, and DeAndre Jordan are tight friends, but did Kyrie Irving ask Kevin Durant to demand a trade? Did Kevin Durant ask DeAndre Jordan to demand a trade? Kawhi Leonard successfully convinced Paul George to demand a trade, but in my opinion, his action should not be allowed. Now Paul George is gone. What are the OKC Thunder going to do? Is trading Paul George the right decision?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man? Bro, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
This is a W for the Oklahoma City Thunder. I know what some people are going to say. They just lost a top 10 player in the league. How can this be a W? Oh yes, they get a lot of draft picks in return, but that's Paul George. That's absolutely wrong. Let me tell you why. Let's start with the draft picks that the Thunder received by trading George. The OKC Thunder received 3 unprotected first-round picks from the Clippers in 2020, 2024, 2026. The Clippers are going to be a strong team in 2022, so this one is not that important. But the 2024 and 2026 unprotected first-round picks, in my opinion, is extremely valuable. Paul George will be 34 years old in 2024, and Kawhi Leonard is going to be 33. Will they still be able to produce at the level that they're producing at right now? Not really. And in 2026, Kawhi and PG may not even be on the Clippers. Jerry West is going to retire. Doc Rivers probably is going to leave. Who knows? The Thunder also received the right to swap picks in both 2023 and 2025. If the Clippers receive a higher draft pick in either of those years, OKC has a right to swap their pick. The Thunder also obtained an unprotected 2021 Miami Heat first-round pick and a protected 2023 Miami Heat first-rounder. Sam Presti and the Thunder could potentially trade those 2 picks and Danilo Gallinari for another young talent. The one player that I think everyone should take a look at is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is a great ball handler. He can create his own shot and set his teammates up. Shai is a great mid-range shooter and he can finish around the rim with both hands. The one thing that makes Shai Gilgeous-Alexander really special is that he can still make an impact, even without having the ball in his hands. Defensively, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is a willing defender that can lock people down. His 6'11" wingspan makes him really scary. Is Shai going to be a superstar? I'm not so sure about that, but the one thing that I'm sure about is that Shai's playstyle and potential is going to make OKC feel a lot easier about trading Paul George. Also, do you guys know how much the Clippers like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander? In June, ESPN's Bobby Marks reported the Clippers have taken Gilgeous-Alexander off the board if they talk to the New Orleans Pelicans about trading for Anthony Davis. Last, let me talk about Russell Westbrook. I love Russell Westbrook. He's my favorite player and I will keep supporting him no matter where he goes. If Russ does get traded, it basically means that the Russell Westbrook era in Oklahoma is over. The Oklahoma City Thunder tried to stay relevant after losing Kevin Durant, but somehow they just couldn't make it work. You people can now say whatever you want to say about Russell Westbrook. Oh, nobody wants to play with Russ. Oh, nobody wants to have Russ on the roster. Whatever, haters, say whatever fucking you want to say, bruh. Bye. Kawhi Leonard made a decision that shocks everyone, and he also successfully recruited Paul George. This decision changed a lot of things. The Los Angeles Clippers is going to compete for championship right now, and the Oklahoma City Thunder is going to start rebuilding. Paul George is gone, Jeremy Grant is gone, and Russ is going to be traded. And as a Thunder fan, I feel terrible and depressed right now. So if you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe, and let me know what do you guys think of this decision. And just subscribe and help me expand this channel. With that being said, I'm out. Peace.